we just saying? And I said, save it for the pod.
Dentists are scams.
Yep. And I know some of you listening are going to be like, I'm a dentist, can't confirm. But I will just say, Emily and I were talking about when she was my assistant, I went to this dentist who just like, I don't know, like it was kind of like in the middle of COVID, but like it was just like one too many calls to my personal phone.
And then too many calls to my phone.
Yeah. And like per insurance, you get like a cleaning and a kick in the teeth, like once a quarter. And it just felt like a lot of like correspondence. And then she told me to like get Invisalign. So I did, but then like the molds wouldn't get made because they were being done in like Costa Rica. That's probably a lot of overhead. And it was like a COVID thing. And I was like, okay. And then like even my dentist now, like fully was like, here's a teeth whitening system. It's an electric thing. And I was like, can I get some more of the gel? And they just like can't get it. And they haven't been like, here's another dentist you could get it from. And it's just like the supply chain for dentists, I think is just like a fucked one. Like they'll sell you something, but they're like, but we can't do anything about it once you order it.
I just couldn't get over when there was, buy everything here on a podcast ad on this podcast, but there was a teeth straightening system sold via podcasts where you would get the trays and stuff.
Yes.
It was all through the mail. You didn't have to see a dentist. It shut down. So it didn't like went bankrupt. You could be 3 trays in. Screw you. You're not getting your teeth fixed. They're bankrupt. Can't do anything.
That is my fear with like any of these things where you're just like sending parts of you or you're relying on a system. Or like I think about that with like subscription orders, like if you go out of business, so now I'm just stuck with this razor and none of the heads. Speaking of, forever, Burst Oral Care was our sponsor when our podcast was at Wondery.
Yeah.
Well, and I got a Burst Oral Care toothbrush that I've had since then, and I like just get heads replaced, but it started to like get weird and it will just like not turn off while I'm brushing my teeth or won't turn on. And you have to put it back on the charger to get it to stop. And it twice now has gone off in the middle of the night. You just hear like, and it's just like dancing in the sink. I think it's time to, I don't know what it's time to do. I guess get another one after 8 years.
I just bought like why am I thinking Pert? Some brand, but it's not Sonicare. It's the other one. It's like the rival.
I don't know. Pert Plus. You were putting a 2-in-1 conditioner.
Right on my teeth.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, the whole reason we're talking about dentists is because I like felt a weird pain in my tooth. Pain is putting it mildly.
Where?
It's my upper
back, front.
It's my K7. I don't know what it is. It's behind my canine incisor on the left, like one of the big ones.
So at least you can see it.
You can't really see it. So I was like, well, if I get it removed, no one can tell. And it's high up. I'm like, oh God, is it like a rotting root or something? But just on a spiritual note, I'm just going to put this out there. I had a lot of anxiety last week. And I think that's coupled with sitting in my office for too long, maybe too much coffee, a lot of things in my career, like being out of my control, but a lot of anxiety. But the truth is everything's fine. Like I have the money I've made. I have a healthy family. Like life is fine. And I have noticed that at times in my life when I have overwhelming anxiety about, you say nothing, like your career does matter, but you say nothing. The universe has like sent me something to be like, I get sick or I hurt myself and they're like, you want something to worry about? We'll give you something to worry about. And I always interpret it that way. And the toothache, it weirdly came and I could not sleep. I was leaving for Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I had to be up at like 4 a.m. and I couldn't sleep because of the uncertainty of, oh my God, what's wrong with my tooth? It doesn't hurt. It would be like every 20 minutes, it would be like a little pain. And even now, like it doesn't hurt to chew. Like it's just kind of like, oh, that feels off. But I was so anxious. And then I was just like, I'm so tired of being anxious, like of this millennial, elder millennial generalized anxiety about nothing. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'll get a root canal. I don't give a fuck because at least it is a means to an end. Like at least it's a solution. Everything else in this world is like, we don't know what's going to happen. It's out of your control. And with this, I'm like, I'm going to the dentist at 2 p.m. and that means I got to drill into this fucking tooth. That's what's going to happen. And it's like A plus B equals C. And like, I did not have uncertainty. I'm like, I will get to the dentist and we're going to fix it. The part that made me the most anxious was like, what if it gets worse and you're out in like in another state on the weekend and you can't get in to see your dentist because this is LA. I don't know. There was something about me saying to like a physical ailment, like, fuck you, I'm not afraid of you. So get a fucking root canal. Who cares? I'm so tired of living this anxious thing. Like, don't read the comments. What if someone says something shitty? What if this? What if you get canceled? I'm so over it. And so in a weird way, I'm glad. Whatever I'm going to deal with tomorrow at the dentist, we'll find out. I mean, it would suck to get a root canal, but also like I've had 2 children. Fuck up.
Have you had a root canal?
No. And I don't even know if I need one. It could just be like, yeah, I don't know,
Something
other
up.
tooth thing.
They might give you a paste.
I think I just got tired of being anxious. I was like, it's a fucking enough. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. I was just like, I confronted that pain. I'm like, so you get like, fuck you. Oh, tooth pain. Who cares?
But do you feel better now that you've done all you can do, right? You're not a dentist. You've made the appointment. You're going to see a pro tomorrow. So do you feel good knowing that?
Yeah,
it's like
it was really more about getting the appointment. Your fear is that you get on the plane, the altitude makes it throb, the dentist can't see you, your insurance denies it, all of this bullshit. And it's like, no, of course I could see a dentist. Like I just, in a world of uncertainty, what I knew for certain was that my tooth hurt and I'm going to fix it. Anyways, Tulsa was awesome.
You posted a coffee that looked good.
I am not like a chain coffee person, but you know, you're in Catoosa, Oklahoma, midday. There's not a ton of options. Even all the coffee shops in the casino were closed. So I Googled and I had the driver before we got to the casino. I saw something called Scooters and I went and it was outstanding.
Cute.
I still remember the guy who served me. His name was Matthew. He was so nice. And I asked, and like they had it sounded like Christian music playing. And I was like, is this like a faith-based coffee chain? She goes, not really. And she goes, but we have this. And there was like a little miniature Jesus figurine. I was like, that's fine with me. Like, whatever.
You held your fingers up so small.
It was this
like
big.
A Jesus.
It was like a Lego.
Like
Jesus.
The size of a bead. Oh, okay. That's smaller than a Lego.
Whatever. It was a tiny little like emoji baby plastic Jesus. Whatever.
Scooters is a cute name.
We went to dinner after, the show. I ordered a shrimp cocktail because I wasn't that hungry. And it came with dry ice, like swirling around it. And I took a picture. I took a video of it from above, and it looks like the shrimp are like blasting off at Nassau. Like, isn't that where the rockets take off?
Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral. That's what I meant to say. Anyways, and then this morning, had a choice. You have to fly American. So that's always a fucking ice cold nightmare. The choice was either fly American out of Tulsa, connect, probably in DFW. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Salt Lake City, and get home, or get driven an hour and 40 minutes to Oklahoma City at 3:45 in the morning and fly direct. And I chose that. Because I wanted to get home early so I could watch Ethan and Sierra at their grandma's, like have Easter, and we could see everyone. We could see our whole Jewish family.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I did that. Of course, there was a mechanical issue. My pilots were 15 years old. I could see the skull, like dip can outline in his pocket. I was like, you can't fly my plane. You're the guys that I watch on like Instagram do like tricks about like chugging 24-ounce beers. We got there. But it's one of those things where like I was happy to be there at my mother-in-law's drinking coffee, watching everyone have Easter. But like I was fading fast. Like 3:45 is rough when you go to bed at like 1:45.
Did you have any Easter candy?
It was available, but
that wasn't the question.
Did I have any?
Did you have any?
She passed around like nice chocolate for the adults, like really nice dried fruits and chocolate. So I had an orange chocolate, which I love orange milk chocolate. And my daughter had just like fists of chocolate eggs, and she was in a corner eating them. And I was like, I was like a feral animal. I was like, I'm not going to take them. I just want you to come sit at the table.
Like a golem.
Yeah. But it was nice. It's a nice holiday.
Speaking of your family, you have a book you want to talk about, Iliza.
One quick plug. Normally when we plug things or books, these are paid sponsorships. But my mom, Ronnie Antic, just finished her second book. You remember the first one from 5 years ago, Second Wind. Some of you read it, in fact. Her writing is a fun read. This time her book is called Heartbeats, Love, Secrets, and the Unraveling of Destiny. And I think you will love this book, especially the sex part, my mom writes. Actually, it's the best sex anyone, especially a virgin, could have. It's about a poor young NYU medical student who falls in love with a wealthy and successful cardiac surgeon from Los Angeles. Their life-changing weekend affects the rest of their lives. After that, throughout all her lifetime alone, after she gives up any possible relationships with anyone because of him. Anyway, she lives a very successful life as an orthopedic surgeon in Manhattan. And then, well, as the book blurb says, she is about to bring the fantasy of that weekend in the reality of her future. But something happens, and I can't tell you what it is. Well, actually, a lot of things happen, I can tell you, but I won't. The cool thing about it is everything she talks about in the book, where the characters went, what they ate, what they all saw happen in the book, are the exact dates that happen in reality. The characters are made up, but the places and dates and times that they experience things in the story are the exact hours, dates, and times that happen in real life. You can find it on Amazon, Heartbeats, but the book is better than it is on Audible, and it'll be out in Audible at the end of this month. Go find it.
Yeah, it's an audiobook and written, but she would rather you read it written.
Yes. Heartbeats, Love, Secrets, and the Unraveling of Destiny by Ronnie Antic on Amazon, Audible, Spotify, and Apple. Very proud of you, Mom.
I like that she did the full copy.
So here's what you're going to say.
Thank you.
I know what this book's about, and I think she gets the sense of place perfectly right, and what the characters are saying and the way they should sound and everything helps if you have a context for what a Russian accent sounds like. But it's really fun, so go check it out. We got a lot of readers on this show. And before we get going, and by the way, today is our first installment of Be Our Guest, where we'll have Sasha, who is calling in to give us all the juicy details. And we get to joining in. We get all the context a girl could ever ask for. And now, showtime.
Showtime. Who is it? Is that The Mask? No.
Showtime. Yeah. So we're going to get to Sasha in a minute, but first it's time to get to you, the question asker and the listener. We've got your questions and we've got the answers. Emily, over to you.
Oh. Hi. Low stakes question. And I bring this one up, Iliza. We have a lot of questions along this bent. I counted 3 about gift giving. So let's do this one.
Okay.
How to approach gift giving to children with siblings. This is from Patreon. My brother and sister-in-law are pregnant with a second child, their eldest being my 5-year-old nephew.
Okay.
When gift giving to the new baby, my instinct is to also get something small for my older nephew. But for subsequent birthdays, is there an expectation to always give the other sibling a gift so they're not left out? My 2 nieces are closer to each other in age. Occasionally, I will give the non-birthday sister a gift if I made something that could easily be duplicated, like a tie-dye t-shirt. They've always handled birthdays gracefully, but I'm worried since my nephew has been an only child longer that he may feel put aside when the new baby comes. Thank you.
I don't know. I think it's time to grow up. We can't live in a society where you get something for participating and showing up. Like, first of all, ask the parents if the new baby even needs anything. Make sure, because like we almost needed nothing for Ethan. And little kids don't really need birthday presents. And quite honestly, as someone that has 2 Easter baskets filled with gifts that my children have barely acknowledged, kids have enough stuff. But if you're going to give a gift, if it makes you feel good to do it and be the fun aunt, great, because it's not your job to educate them. That's the parents' job. But I would be absolutely fine with gifting Sierra a gift and not Ethan, or Ethan one and not her. Like, that's how you learn lessons, that not everything's about you.
I think for subsequent birthdays, yes. I think for the first birthday, when the baby's born, it could be sweet to get the other kid something, just because it's like, hey, buddy, like, congratulations on being a big sibling.
That's fine. And you know what? You should get him like a book about like being a big brother or something. But other than that, like, you don't have to, just because you show up for one kid doesn't mean you always have to give something. Like, that's just not how gifting works.
And honestly, if it's my birthday, I'm 7, it's my birthday, and my sibling gets a gift, no, I'm then mad.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want
birthday.
to. Unless you want to and you never see them, and then it's whatever, and then it's just a gift. So.
How many tie-dye t-shirts are you giving them?
Yeah, also, are the parents cool with that? Check in with the parents. Be like, are you okay with gifts? Like, I go to a lot of birthday parties and the parents are like, please no gifts. And I take it very seriously because we live in the age of Amazon where like everyone has everything. Like, my mom wanted to get Ethan a little rollerboard suitcase because Sierra has one with his initials on it. And she orders it. She's like, it'll be there tomorrow. I'm like, it shouldn't be that easy to order a personalized suitcase.
Right.
So ask the parents, but yeah, it's really whatever. But I say no. Maybe this one first, but then no. That's what I say.
Do kids still have light up shoes? Do you see them out and about on the playground?
Yeah.
Your kids need some.
No, they don't, because the kids can't even see them. Think about what it takes to make those lights go off. Like, I always think about how we are drowning in endless plastic and electronics. Your kids can't even see the... Yeah. Oh my God.
That's true. That's true. I found something that the other day in a drawer that was one of those single-use phone chargers where I was like, why did this exist?
Single use.
In a plastic thing. I'm sure I was given at a festival, you know?
There's a woman online, and I will admit, sometimes I watch her videos, certain ones. She does like a ton of cleaning, and she's always organizing and restocking. And every once in a while, I'll watch them as like, oh, that's nice to see her make like a really high calorie breakfast coffee that is like not doing anyone any healthy favors. But the amount of plastic, putting on gloves to cook dinner, having disposable face cloths that you wash with every day, everything is a single use mini, come pack my bag. And I know I'm part of the problem because I've watched it, but like, I think people like don't make the connection that is like ruining the planet. Everything is plastic. Everything on Shark Tank is more plastic. Like everything is just garbage. I don't know. I think about this stuff a lot. I feel really bad most of the time because it's pretty inescapable, but going out of your way to make sure that everything is disposable in the name of like faking cleanliness, it makes me sad.
I know. It's really tough. It's really tough to do the right thing.
It's tough. I don't want to bring anyone down, but like we talked about this on the last episode, like when restaurants, everything else is normal and then they'll give you plastic to go something. Everything's a straw with a sippy lid, whatever. I don't know. I think we learned nothing from COVID. I don't want to get into this. Remember that whole thing where you were like, not everybody needs this. We were like, not everyone needs a straw. People were like, oh, what if I have a drinking issue? What if I have a throatal issue? Like, okay, then you. If everybody in the world that was unable to drink from a regular cup had a straw, and those only people that had straws, we would not have an issue. So that's obviously not.
My mouth needs to practice its suction, or I'll stop breathing.
I got something you can practice your suction on. You wake up and your first thought is, okay, should I do yoga? Should I drink warm water with lemon? Should I have a cup of coffee? Should I have my greens? Should I have a powder? Should I have something like vitamins? Should I have a billion tabs of vitamins? What should I do when I'm done taking those vitamins? Should I eat something then? Should I fast? What should I do? Am I eating enough? Am I getting enough fiber? Am I getting enough vitamins? I don't know. Well, between travel, the longer days of summer coming up, and everything just kind of being crazy all the time, you don't have time. I don't have time for complicated wellness routines. Grüns simplifies it, covering vitamins and minerals, greens, and prebiotics in one easy grab and go step. The name Grüns sounds funny, but there's nothing funny about convenient, comprehensive formulas packed into a snack pack of gummies. This isn't a multivitamin, a greens gummy, or a prebiotic. It's all of those things and then some at a fraction of the price. And bonus, it tastes great. It's a daily snack pack of gummies because you can't fit the amount of nutrients Grün does into just one gummy. Plus, it makes it a fun treat. You know, it's vegan, nut-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, no artificial colors or flavors. Generic multivitamins only contain around 7 to 9 vitamins. Grüns have 20 plus vitamins and minerals and 60 ingredients, which include nutrient-dense and whole foods. It's low sugar, or they have a sugar-free option. And it includes 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, which is 3 times the amount of dietary fiber compared to the leading greens powders, and more than 2 cups of broccoli. I think this is a great way to get all the nutrition you need in a fun way. Grün's ingredients have gut health, beauty, energy, immunity, recovery, cognition benefits, and Grün's ingredients are backed by over 35,000 research publications. Save up to 52% off with code Iliza at Grüns.co. That's code Iliza at GRUNS.co. I've been doing a little spring reset with my closet lately. I tend to do this when I come off a long tour. I look at my things and I evaluate, what do I actually need and what do I need more of? I focus on quality over quantity. Just building a wardrobe of pieces that are well-made, versatile, and easy to reach for to keep my life easy and simple. And that's why I keep coming back to Quince. The fabrics feel elevated, the fits are thoughtful, and the pricing actually makes sense. With spring and summer coming up, I want to feel light and breezy. I got a 100% European linen long sleeve
sleeve shirt. It's great for dinners out, vacations, beach cover up, running to the store, and it comes in gorgeous colors, but I got mine in vintage pink chambray. You should check it out. I felt so East Coast. Quince makes beautiful everyday pieces using premium materials like organic cotton and super soft denim with styles starting at around $50. And the focus on their materials carries over into their accessories like leather bags, which are made from 100% hand-woven Italian leather. Honestly, they look way more expensive than they are. Quince works directly with ethical factories and they cut out the middlemen, so you're paying for quality, not a brand markup. Refresh your spring wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/Iliza for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. Go to quince.com/Iliza for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Iliza. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know, finances stress out everyone, especially if you didn't grow up with a ton of money. You're sort of always thinking about money and how you can save money. And did you spend too much money? And sometimes you're not doing anything wrong, but the stress of, am I doing something wrong with my money, is enough to absolutely ruin your day. Financial stresses affect more than our bank accounts. They can take a serious toll on mental health and relationships, with 88% of Americans feeling some form of financial stress at the start of 2026. Money worries often bring anxiety, sleep disruption, but you don't have to deal with these things alone. BetterHelp has a quality therapist ready to help you with whatever stresses you have. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they are fully licensed in the US. BetterHelp does the initial matchmaking work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 12 plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means that they typically get it right the first time. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. We all need someone to talk to because none of us should be doing this alone, even when you seem to have all the answers, like I do on this podcast. When life feels overwhelming, therapy can help. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Iliza. That's betterhelp.com/Iliza.
All right, next question.
Okay, so this is a combo. There's just a little update, but then a good question. But the update is fun. This is from Allie via email because it's a little older. But it's from the last time Rebecca Searle was on the pod. Speaking of books, like Ronnie Antic's new book.
Red Hot Update.
There's a little Red Hot update. When Rebecca was on the pod, she answered Allie's question, and Allie shares she was very kind and encouraging in responding to a question I asked about avoiding creative burnout. I mentioned I'm an indie author writing for teen audiences and was putting out 4-ish new projects a year.
Oh, that's right. I remember her.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Her response was very thoughtful, made me realize I was hitting burnout on my main series, losing the joy of writing amidst all the grunt work of being an independent author. I took a step back, started reading anything and everything outside of my wheelhouse genres, and ended up writing an entirely different kind of manuscript than I'd ever tried before. I decided to be brave enough to shop it around and gained a literary agent in the process. Yesterday, I got my first official traditional publishing offer for my adult contemporary novel. And I probably wouldn't have taken the leap without writing into the pod. So thank you.
I love that. I love to hear
amazing.
that. Congratulations.
I love that.
That's
and we'll drop
huge.
the Rebecca Searle episode in the show notes, but she was a wonderful guest. So that's so great. So congratulations, Allie. And then she has a question that's never been asked before. She says, I can promise as a day one listener who has never missed an episode that this particular question has never been asked.
You loyal.
The context. 10 years ago, my husband was gifted his late grandfather's various war medals. He fought in World War II, Korea, and early W2. Do we think it's World War II? Yes, World War II, Korea, and early Vietnam. So there's
That's
a variety
wild.
of medals and honors. I know.
That's so much war.
That's so much war. And just a box full of honors that have just been sitting in boxes for decades. Recently, my father-in-law found one more Medal of Honor while cleaning that had been in his, this is important, possession for an unnamed length of time. My husband decided to gather everything and finally put a nice display case together to commemorate his grandfather's life and service. While he was taking each piece out of their boxes, he found a tiny envelope with my father-in-law's name written on it, tucked behind the backing of that most recently discovered medal. The envelope contains a nude of my mother-in-law. My husband tried to scrub his eyeballs from his skull. Alas, the image was already burned into his brain. He's forever scarred, asked me to throw it out for him and turns vermilion anytime I mention it, which is often because I've told all my friends. It's hilarious. But more importantly, it's a great photo of my mother-in-law, who's now in her late 60s and has never revealed anything more scandalous than her elbow or ankle to me. This woman is always covered head to toe because she's fairly conservative and is in that age bracket where she's been conditioned to believe an aging body is the most off-putting thing to display. She even wears a wetsuit when swimming. But at some point in her youth, she met my father-in-law when she was 19. So I put the photo somewhere between 19 and 21 when they got married. She took this nude photo. It's not terribly graphic, more pinup or burlesque style with some cleverly placed floral arrangements and hands covering the most scandalous bits. My question. I want to give it back to her, but I don't want to embarrass or scandalize her. What should I do? Leave it somewhere in their house to find? Hand it back to her without saying anything? Tell her nice rack because it is? As a mother of two who was breastfed both times, I would definitely want evidence of my breasts still perky, firm, and pointing skyward in the same direction. Give me your best delivery methods. It can't live in my house to psychologically terrorize my husband much longer.
First of all, your husband needs to grow up. If she's covering everything.
Yeah, she was covering everything when I read that. I was like,
I mean, he's weird because she's weird about it. If she's
she was
super
gaping her butthole open.
I mean, the truth is, like, your husband never needs anything. I would just be like, here's a bunch of stuff. We found this. Be like, I didn't know what it was. I opened it. I saw it. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but I thought you'd like to have it. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because if you don't, then she's going to know that you saw her naked and you're not saying anything about it. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. And if she's embarrassed, you could be like, you look great. And I didn't mean to say, like, you didn't do it on purpose. You saw it. And it's not like an X-rated thing. It's not like you found like a tape of her like having sex with like 6 dudes.
Can we approach it? Could she say, because in my mind, it would be nice if she handed it back and was like, hey, I want it. Like, I found this. We opened it by mistake. I really thought you should have it because you look incredible. Like,
that's
start with a compliment to let her know. Okay, you want her to start. I thought it was just, yeah.
I would be like, we found this going through whatever, dad's stuff. I opened it. Full disclosure, I saw it. I don't want to embarrass you. You look great, but I thought you should have it. It doesn't matter the order because it's all going to come out in one sentence.
Yeah.
But that's it. Better that than lying to her. That's it.
Why'd your dad hide it in with his dad's medals?
I mean, I'm sure the husband, like, it's, who knows how that got moved or over time, or they're conservative and he put it away with things from the war and it's just whatever. Like, your husband is there because they fucked. Like, people have sex, people are promiscuous or sexual or invigorated when they're younger and then they get older. And if she's embarrassed about it, okay, you didn't do anything to hurt her. Whatever. I bet she's fine. I feel like we sometimes with older women, like, don't give them enough credit that, like, that is someone who was once like vivacious and sexual and they're just stepping into a different like role in their lives. But that doesn't mean that they're like neutered nuns.
Neutered. I like the idea that the husband is like, I mean, the dad is like, oh shit, where is it? Like, he's looking frantically, like he's pissed he lost it. You took that from him.
Can you give it to him? Give it back to him?
I feel like give it to the wife because I feel like she'll appreciate it, the mom. But it would have been a bro move to give it back to dad.
Either way. It's weird. Somehow it's weird to broach it to the father-in-law. Somehow that's weird. I mean,
it is
give
weird.
him all of his stuff back and say nothing, but I don't think it's a big deal either way.
Give it to mom. Hi, Iliza, Emily, and crew. I'm a 27-year-old woman living with my boyfriend in a laid-back beach town. We live in a duplex with a 35-year-old man and his roommate above us. Up until this point, upstairs neighbor, Mike, has been very nice and keeps to himself apart from sending me occasional pics of our cats. Yeah, the issue. I parked in our shared parking area, and the next day, I noticed a large dent in my car door directly in the path of his white car. The dent was marked with white paint. Naturally, I know this is from him backing into my car. Black. I texted him to politely ask if he could have bumped it, and he said although he did need to make a difficult turn, it wasn't him that hit the car. I suspect it was him, but the plot thickens. A few days later, in a turn of events, My car gets hit again, but this time at work, a totally separate incident. My taillight is now busted and there are remnants of blue paint on it. While I'm waiting for an estimate to fix this separate incident, a few days have passed. My boyfriend realized this morning that the car headlight has been super glued back together. Now, Iliza, she provided pictures. You don't need to see them because it's just super glued.
Yeah, I saw
pieces. Yes, you saw. Okay. I didn't understand what was happening in it, but it's glued. So before and after, you see a busted taillight. After you see it's now less busted. But this
No,
is
a different
so
light.
funny to me.
It's a different light. A headlight and a tail.
The headlight and the taillight.
There's two different lights. She's saying the taillight was busted and then she noticed the headlight had been busted and super glued back together.
Right. Sorry. Yes. Thank you. I don't know cars. So we did not repair it. And I haven't talked to Mike since he denied the original damage.
Right.
So who did this makeshift repair?
Right.
And should I be creeped out? My neighbor already had the opportunity to admit that he caused the white dents, but he denied it. Do I ask him or is that insane? Please advise. In the meantime, I've ordered a dash cam. Smart, because apparently my super normal sedan is a hot target. Signed, a normal driver who doesn't want to blow up my living situation.
First of all, dash cams usually are just on when you're driving. You need a Ring doorbell. Like you need like a camera in that garage to watch it because and even if you catch him again, he won't admit to the other ones. But basically he hit, I would look to see like how it would be possible for him to hit your front light. But if it is, like if he parks in a way that they're like abutting each other, he hit it and he glued it back together and he hoped you wouldn't notice. And you know that he did it because he said, although I did have to make a difficult turn, it wasn't me. It's like, that's a weird thing to say. It's been super glued back. You're getting the dent fixed. You're getting the other dent fixed, whatever. I would just put a camera there and just, if you really want it, you're not going to do this and I wouldn't do this either. But you could call his bluff and be like, unfortunately, I do have you on camera. Super gluing it back together. You could just like see. Like, what's the worst that could happen? You'd be like, that wasn't me, but you do need to get a camera installed for sure. There's nothing you can do right now. He said no. You asked him. He said no. You gave, and that's that you ran that risk when you asked him. He also might be telling the truth.
He could be because it sounds like everyone's hitting your car.
Habeas corpus. We won't know till we see him getting that body work.
It's that man at home because unless there's someone out there that's such a bad driver, they carry super glue on them at all times. And so in every parking lot, they can fix their mistakes. It's him.
Also, you wouldn't. You'd be like, I hit a car. Goodbye. It's him.
It's him.
And he's hoping you wouldn't notice and it's him. So
take pictures of his car. Go scope out his car and see if you see any of your black paint on it.
Do that. Build a little case and then get those cameras installed because it won't be the last time he hits you.
Yeah. There are ones you want one in the front and the back.
Probably just has like no insurance and no money and he doesn't want to pay for it. And that's all. So
and he's a whore. Like, go park somewhere else, idiot.
Yeah.
But there is something I kind of love about litigating car law. It's like when somebody tells you, okay, I was turning left here. Who, you know what I mean? Like there's a math to it where it's like, I can judge.
It's also kind of weird. Like if someone hits your bumper and you're like, you know what? It's fine. I don't care. And then someone else hits it. They're the ones that have to pay for all of it. It's kind of like, who do I feel like blaming that day? Like it's like the last person that hit your bumper has to pay for everything.
Yeah. When it finally fell off.
Yeah. Get someone else to hit your car. That way they can be blamed for everything. But
get a rich person to hit your car.
He definitely did it. Sorry.
The idea of somebody standing there and super gluing is creepy.
I would look around. Are there any other cameras that might be around that may have gotten it and you could like see that footage?
You know what? You should ask because I had a neighbor ask me because his car was stolen right directly across the street if I caught anything. I didn't, but I was like so like ready to look and ask and see. You know, I was like, oh, I want to help. Like somebody is willing to help you if they have the footage.
But you can't. You asked him. You got the answer. You have to move on because you gave him the benefit of the doubt. And
doesn't that suck?
It does suck
when you ask a question you know the answer to. Yeah, and you're kind of like, well, now I can't accuse you.
But you can once you get your evidence. So get that camera.
Because he's going to hit your car again.
Gonna hit your car again. You know what? I bet he's hit it before. And if you look closely, I think you'll find that all your doors have been super glued back on. And there's cracks all in your window from him. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Iliza. Emily, Hot Scotty, #1, and babies, human and animal. I, 29 female, have been single and dating for about a year and a half now. I've tried all the apps multiple times, got on them, got sick of them, got off them, repeat. And the biggest thing I struggle with is men not taking my job seriously. I've been a nanny for over 10 years.
I'm an elephant blowjob coordinator.
That's probably
I'm a mime.
job.
Okay, you're a nanny.
I have worked with high-profile families, done all kinds of travel with families, worked with children from ages 6 weeks to teenagers. I recently quit nursing school on top of nannying because I realized I felt way more fulfilled in taking care of children than in working in the hospitals during clinical and internships. Plus, I easily make more money nannying than I would for years if I completed my nursing degree. I make about 1.5 times the entry-level nursing jobs make in my area, so that definitely made quitting school an easy choice. In my dating life, once men find out I quit my nursing school to stay a nanny, I can tell they think less of me. The response is usually, well, you can still go back to school if you want, and you shouldn't give up on a good career that easily. And my favorite, do you think you can just babysit your whole life? To which I then explain how nannying is a good career and that I have such a passion for taking care of children. They also tend to suggest other careers like school teacher or nursing jobs in pediatrics, but I'm not asking for alternatives. And nannying is a career.
Mm-hmm.
Men are often flabbergasted when they find that I am on someone's household payroll and not just a gig worker getting handed cash. I get asked, how do you file taxes as a babysitter? And
why are you asking that on a date?
To pay rent? I know, you're dating.
Why are you asking about my taxes? Ew.
First question, breads out. What's up with those taxes?
Oh, gross.
People don't understand how much of a workload I take off of parents and households outside of just playing with kids. Not only am I doing any and all work that even remotely involves the kids, I'm gaining trust from parents, giving them peace of mind that their children are loved and cared for. While I know my worth, I work hard for my money and get paid well, and I'm fulfilled. But I can't help but be discouraged and made to feel less than these men in the dating world because they don't think it's a real job. I want to find someone, but I'm tired of being regarded as a glorified babysitter or gig worker. Iliza, as someone who I know uses nannies and baby nurses, what do you think is the best way to combat this and get across that I'm actually a hardworking person who pours so much love into what I do and that I didn't give up on being a nurse? I simply quit because it didn't suit me. P.S. Missed you when you came to Austin last year. I was traveling in London, but next time you're here, I'm all over it. Love you all. Presley.
Presley, you're dating the wrong men.
Gross outs.
Like, okay, so influencer can be a job, but like taking care of someone's child is not. First of all, the reason nobody has respect for it is because it's mostly women that do it and because it involves children. In the same way that we don't respect teachers. Or if someone's like, you're a kindergarten teacher, it's like, oh, that's easy. Like I've seen the work that goes into that. If you never had a nanny, you don't realize what a skill it is. And anyone can be a nanny, from like an au pair to like a therapist that's with the child all the time to someone who came from another country that is just great with taking care of kids. But like there is a skill set there. And again, it's not respected because women do it and because there's no real barrier to entry. Like you don't need a degree for this and it doesn't have to be formal training. You could go to a nursing school. You could be a baby nurse, but these are anything that has to do with women, women's health, children, birth. These were all things that were entrusted to women for a very long time until they were, oh God, what was the word? Basically, men came into these professions and they made it so that you had to have a degree to be legitimized. Like it used to be midwives helped women give birth. And then obstetrics came along and then it was only men and women were kicked out, right? And now we look down on all of that. There is something to be said for the way that women know how to care for children and the patience that it takes, the fucking patience it takes for my nanny to like be with both of my kids. My son speaks a weird version of Spanish that I never could have taught him because she taught that to him, and manners and all of these things. So you're dating the wrong guys. It's fair that someone without children wouldn't really have a context for that. And you could even rephrase it like I'm a childcare professional or something. But I think I think you're probably like a little wounded by it. But I think if someone says, you're a nanny, what do you do? If you can come up with a way to describe it, you're like, well, I'm a part of the staff and I look after the kids, I do their homework. Like if you can explain it. But beyond that, it is really odd to me that any man would like go in on you. That's very weird. Like either he's a guy who makes a lot of money, wants to take care of you and is like, okay, whatever, that's great. Or is a guy who wants to share responsibilities and is like, hey, you're making a living. You love it. That's so weird. I mean, I think you're talking to the wrong kind of guys, or you're not explaining yourself right from the get-go, because it does sound like you're a babysitter. But once you go into what nannying actually is, and I do think mentioning that you're on a household payroll and that you are there to educate, support, take care of a child, then it becomes like, it sounds more like a career versus like, I just like watch the kids. Then I get that.
Right. I think I don't like that they're talking to you this way, but I do think you do have to do some education there with people because people just don't know. They don't understand.
Like, oh, I do massage. People are like, oh yeah, do you give hand jobs? You're like, nope, I went to massage therapy school. I know the Latin names and regular names for all of your muscles. Like, many of these things have like a degree required, and we tend to look down on jobs that aren't like college certified. And even then, we think most things are a joke. So who the fuck are they?
Also, it rules them out though. So it's kind of nice. I'm of two minds of them. One mind where you say just childcare professional, you never say nanny, and then it's not. Or you say nanny, and when people are assholes about it, you go, great, done. I can move on to talk to someone else.
Well, what you don't want to do is be like, I'm a childcare professional. They're like, you mean nanny? Because then it looks like you were trying to like gussy it up. But I do think a little bit of education. And then if you get like a sarcastic pushback, it's just like, okay, you can just say to them, be like, is this like, do you think it's a joke? Like, is this how you're supposed, am I supposed to want to have sex with you now that you've asked about my 1099? Like, gross. Put it back on them. They're auditioning to date you. How dare you try to like put down my career where I get to travel to other countries and make probably 6 figures while you're making videos of you like chugging beer. Cool.
Why is that what you think that men are doing?
I watched so much Instagram this week. And I feel so disgusting.
I just don't. I think that you're also underselling that trust angle, which is like, so like, think about like men that are salesmen. You're doing a similar thing. You need people to buy into what you're selling. It just is, it's also sexist.
100%.
I don't like it.
And also that's not the guy for you. Like not everyone's going to get it. Not everybody's going to like that I'm a comedian that I went on dates with. Like whatever. You're just talking to like insecure men who don't even know you that well. That's odd to me. If you like a girl, short of her like being a sex worker for meth, like you're probably fine with whatever she does. And it is a career because you've been doing it for a while and there is a plan.
Yeah. Especially if nursing isn't for you, which it isn't for everyone. And I would rather not have a nurse who doesn't want to be there.
Don't mention the nursing. That can come later. You don't need to be like, I wanted to be a nurse, but then I quit and I really like this better. Because I get how someone could be like, right, you couldn't hack it. Now you're babysitting. Just be like, I love being with children, educating children, taking care of children. And I'm on someone's payroll. I like a full-time take care, whatever, add in some other adjectives, facilitate the education of the responsibility schedules. I run their schedules. Like you're taking care of part of a household. Yeah.
We've all been there. You're craving a little treat, right? But you're a little hungry. You want to have something satisfying, not too sweet and hopefully nutritious. I know when I get done with a workout or after a long day, I don't want to undo all the healthy eating I've been doing, but I do want something tasty. So that's when I reach for Kachava. Kachava provides clean nutrition, no fillers, no nonsense, no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. It has non-GMO ingredients, no soy, no animal products, no gluten, and no preservatives. So what's in it? Well, I'll tell you. 5 key vitamins that support all-day energy, fiber and probiotics to help aid digestion, and there's protein and electrolytes to help fuel and replenish your muscles. There's also B vitamins, minerals, and fiber to help your metabolism. I love drinking Kachava. I love the vanilla, and they have a new flavor. Coffee. That's right. Kachava now comes in coffee. It delivers a bold, authentic flavor and all the benefits of a delicious Kachava shake while scratching that late afternoon coffee itch. It is tasty and I love it. Just 2 scoops provide 25 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, greens, adaptogens, and so much more. And it comes in 7 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, chai, matcha, coconut acai, strawberry, and now coffee. Try Kachava, risk-free with their Love It Guarantee. Treat yourself to the flavor and nutrition your body craves. Go to Kachava.com and use code Iliza for 15% off your first order. That's Kachava, Kachava.com, code Iliza.
I don't know about you, but I like to keep my money where I can see it. And unfortunately, traditional big wireless carriers are all about taking my money. After years of overpaying for wireless, hidden fees, upcharges, I finally got fed up with these crazy high wireless bills, bogus fees, and I looked into Mint Mobile, and you should too. You need to stop overpaying for wireless just because that's how it's always been. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month, because talking and texting with your friends and loved ones and doing business shouldn't cost you a ton of money. And I know what you're thinking, $15, what's that going to get me? All the plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can bring your own phone and number, activate it with an eSIM in minutes, and start saving immediately. No long-term contracts, no hassle. Ditch the overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. This is perfect if you have a budget, and it's a great gift for kids in your family members that you know could use this. I've used Mint, and I think you should too. If you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/Iliza. That's mintmobile.com/Iliza. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Joining us today, you are our first guest, and we picked you out of many submissions for Be Our Guest. It's Sasha M, coming to us from Canada. Hey, Sasha.
Hi.
Hi. She's wearing little pink cat headphones, and she's got like a whole gaming system behind her, so she knows what the fuck she's doing. Now, Sasha, you wrote in with a personal question about, we'll file it under relationships. Under friendships. So we're going to have Emily read the question.
Okay.
And do you still need an answer to your question, or did the girl die?
No, she's still alive. Yes, I still need an answer.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, great. We're going to give you the answer, Sasha. Do you have anything you want to let us know before Emily reads the question?
Nope. All good.
All right.
Perfect.
Here we go, Emily.
This is very exciting. Finally, Iliza, when you have questions, I won't just go, because Sasha's here.
We're ready. Sasha's here.
I'm reading your words right back to you. Hi, Iliza and the amazing team. My partner has a female friend from high school. She has come back into his life after leaving a toxic relationship around the same time we started dating. Her and I became friends, but we clashed a lot because our personalities and values and boundaries are really, really different. I've been open and honest with her about my past friendship fallouts, one of which resulted from me breaking the confidence of a good friend, and I regret it to this day. Last year, I had finally hit my limit, decided I need to take a break from her. Coincidentally, she decided to do the same. We met up to talk, and during our conversation, she brought up her reason. I disclosed to our male friend, who was giving her a ride home very late at night, that a reason she might start crying in the car, she warned him of this, is because her cat passed. She was mad at me for breaking this confidence. I apologized to her for it. I told her that this was very situation-based. I didn't tell anyone else anything she ever revealed to me, and I haven't to this day. She then asked me, how can I trust that, knowing your history?
Your history.
Well, I understand.
What an idiot.
So insane.
Yeah.
Well, while I understood the logic of this question, I'm still hurt. I decided there and then that I do not want to have this person in my life anymore. Over the next couple of months, I have left her text unanswered. She has passed on a gift to me through my partner for Christmas, which will be returned to her. He hasn't seen her in a while. When her cat passed, she stayed at our place and wrote a journal entry about it. I found it a while back because I was looking for a new notebook to take to work, so I took it out. I was wondering if I should give it to my partner to give back to her when he returns her gift, or is that too mean?
All right.
Sasha.
Okay.
Yes.
First of all, I mean, I have my answer, but I really do want to delve into this. When you say you have a clash of personalities, values, and boundaries, what's different about your personalities?
I am very chatty, very open, and I pretty much wear my heart on my sleeve. So everybody knows everything about me. I'm very oh, hey.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very private because of her past.
What's her past? Why do we keep talking about past?
I don't think she can tell us, Eliza.
Very, very bad toxic relationship where she was basically abused for a very long time. Yeah.
Okay.
So her boundaries were very restrictive. Like you cannot pay for her, you cannot do certain things for her. Everything she tells you, you kind of don't really know what will set her off.
Okay.
So
okay. So what the question is, do I give her back a notebook that I found while we were letting her stay with us?
So when her cat passed away, we were actually there with her. She had to euthanize her cat. She was very distraught. And I gave her a notebook to write in because she didn't have anything at the time. So she wanted to kind of write an entry to, I guess, let it go. And so when I was starting my new job, I wanted to take a new notebook to it. And I found her entry in there and I was like, oh, okay. So I tore it out because it's private, don't want to read it, filed it away. And then after this whole thing happened, I found it again while cleaning out my dresser. And the gift is still in my boyfriend's car. He hasn't seen her since. So this gift was given to me at Christmas. The gift is still in the car. And so I just don't know if I should return it to her.
No, that's weird.
Because I don't talk to her anymore.
What? So, I
feel weird throwing it away.
What is it?
It's just her diary entry about her cat dying.
No, the gift. What's the gift?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't open it. It's just in the trunk of the car.
Still.
It's wrapped because I don't want it.
Okay. First of all, and you guys let her stay with you?
When her cat passed, yes.
Why when her cat passed? Was it like a really big cat and she couldn't be in the house because of the smell?
No, her cat was euthanized at a hospital next to our house. So she was very sad that her cat died. She wouldn't stop crying. So we let her stay at our house instead of going
for how long?
To be alone.
Oh, just one night?
For almost a day.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't into this girl from the second I heard my partner's friend from high school. How old are you?
I'm 36 today.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Here's why this bumped for me.
Mm-hmm.
She says, how can I trust you knowing your history? You seem like a very nice, normal person. I think that this person is putting a lot on you. And you, by the way, Sasha, never owe anyone, especially someone who's passing through your life like this. And I know that you're like a chatty person, an explanation about something that you did that wasn't even bad. You're like, I was open and honest about my past friendship fallouts, which resulted in me breaking confidence with a good friend. Like, you didn't hit someone with your car. Like, I think you said I wear my heart on my sleeve. So you happen to tell her that like, oh, I made a mistake once. So this girl has it locked in like, oh, Sasha tells secrets. And then you kind of did, but you kind of didn't. You were actually looking out for her. You let your friend know. You're like, by the way, like she's really upset her cat died. That's not breaking confidence. It's not like she killed the cat. This girl's very sensitive, has a lot of issues. She's taken up way too much of your time. If you give her that diary entry back, that's going to be seen as like you're opening a door. Do not give that back to her. It's done. The notebook thing is very weird to me that you didn't just give it back to her right then, but you've got it.
She didn't take it. I didn't know she didn't take it.
Got it.
I do love that you're reusing it. I love that you're like, no, because I think of how many people just have a notebook or a journal that they've written in 2 pages. You were like, no, I'll rip this one out. We can still use this notebook.
She's a millennial. She likes a good notebook and a nice box. We like a nice box.
You have too many boxes.
That's right. She's a baby millennial, but still, you don't need to think about this girl anymore. And also, like, I've definitely had friends where like they come very loaded. Like they have a lot of sensitivities and boundaries and issues. And then you're kind of like walking on eggshells all the time. Your whole friendship will be like, what did I do to hurt this girl's feelings? Nobody deserves to live like that. You haven't done anything wrong. And I'm so sorry.
No, what a good friend you are.
I know that you're wearing cat ears and Emily is married to a cat and people love cats. But like
married.
at the end of the day, she's in like a common law relationship. Like we are talking about a cat and like, yes, your pet can be your life. But like, no, Emily, this is not like you killed your mom, you cheated on your husband, like her cat died, it's awful, you let her stay over, it's enough.
And I think the nice thing about you telling, and this is related, Iliza, that you telling the man driving her is so that he wouldn't cry. Because if she starts crying in the car, what if he's like, what's wrong? You were saving her.
Well, it's also at midnight. So like, that was another thing at this day and age. I'm like, he's driving her home. She's crying in the car. He gets pulled over. It's like.
She's too much. There's too much going on. She's too sensitive. That's really awful that she was abused. But like that making her we were prickly and having boundaries and being too sensitive. Like you didn't abuse her. Like she has to do some work, and you've already done enough. And she gave you a gift, and you don't want to be friends with her because like you have nothing in common, and you didn't have anything in common from the beginning. Women have this mechanism where like, well, I need to make this work. She's actually, and you sat down and said why you didn't want to be friends with each other. Like there's nothing there unless she's into your boyfriend.
He's not into her. He's not in. No. He's not into her at all.
But
was she into him?
That's not what I said.
I do not know.
And you don't know because you thought about it, or you don't know because this is the first time we're bringing it up?
No, I actually don't know. I actually don't know.
She's hard to read.
Yeah.
Sasha, you're hard to read.
No, the friend is. Sasha wears her heart on her sleeve. Great. By the way, Sasha, you're a phenomenal writer. I love how you put your question is just really. I was like, I get what's going on here because I see the undercurrent. But here's my question, which is related to Iliza's question of Iliza says, you give it back, you're opening a door. You're a very smart person. Is that why you want to give it back a little bit or no? Like you just feel guilt or whatever you feel about the gift.
How come you didn't open the gift? You don't know what it is at all. What if it's good?
I have no idea. No, because I kind of so the fallout was in September. The fallout was in September, and I literally ignored all her text messages, all her calls. She thinks I blocked her because I didn't answer the phone once.
Is she still friends with your boyfriend?
She, how do I put this? I don't know if she listens to this podcast. I hope not.
I hope so.
Sorry. I love your podcast. They're still friends, but they're not close.
How long have you been with your boyfriend?
5 years.
Can you get him? Can you bring him up here?
Can I go get my boyfriend?
What's his name?
Okay, 1 second. Brad.
Do some crowd work with Brad.
Hey.
Let's get Brad.
I'll be right back.
Because what it is, it's that girl guilt thing of like, did I handle it? She drew a boundary, but I would go open that gift because it might be something useful, and then you can just have it in your home or just donate it.
I want to know if it's like a dead rat.
What? Oh, they would smell. They would know.
I can't believe the power
that I have
to not open. Could you imagine getting a wrap gift and never opening it?
No.
I think I would. It doesn't matter if it's from
because I think for her morally, she's like, I'm not going to open it. It's not a gift, but we're going to find out what's going on with Brad.
Fully, there's a boundary that Sasha has drawn that I'm like, this is so good.
These two girls met up and were like, here's why I don't want to be friends with you. It's like, great. So here's your cat journal. You softie.
I know.
Okay, so
I would write a cat journal. I like that now. Now you're having to prep Brad.
All right, let's talk to Brad.
Sorry, Brad.
Pop those headphones on, Brad.
Sorry, Brad. Are you comfortable being on camera and audio?
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you, Brad.
Brad doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I don't know who either of you are. Brad doesn't realize how lucky he is right now. Brad, how good of friends are you with this other girl?
Yeah, I've known her since high school, but then we stopped talking for a few years, and then randomly messaged her just to see if she wanted to hang out, and she was down. And then
why'd you message her, Brad?
I don't really remember why. I remember because we have mutual friends through like some other people from high school, maybe something like that. And I don't know. That was a couple of years now.
A couple of years ago. And when's the last time you saw her?
It's been quite a while, maybe like 6 months, four to 6 months. I had dinner with her, and then before that, maybe a couple months before that as well.
And were you guys pretty good friends in high school?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Brad?
I won't say no.
Do you think Jen has any feelings for you?
I don't think so.
And is the gift still in your car?
Yeah, it's in my trunk because I haven't gone to go see her for dinner in like 4 months, 5 months or something.
Do you want to see her for dinner?
Hold on. Yeah, why are you going to see her? No, she doesn't. She told your girlfriend like why she doesn't want to be friends with her.
Yeah.
Do you want to be friends with her anymore?
Not really. Like the thing is, there is a whole bunch of problems that are a factor of me not wanting to have to deal with that, which makes me not want to be friends. But like as a person, she's awesome, very loyal as a friend, fun to be around when you're hanging out, watching stuff, playing games, whatever. But there's a lot of problems.
Do you share a niche interest?
Yeah.
What is it?
We like to watch different like TV shows, anime. It could be just she likes going for walks and stuff. I'm down for that whenever. And
Iliza might not. Iliza, I feel like you don't understand that. I feel like anime, and correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, is like a very unifying hobby where it's like if you have a bud who will watch it with you, you might hang out because you're going to watch it.
yeah, that is true.
Sasha's pulling up a chair. She's like, I'm not squatting
No.
over this. Well, she can't hear us because the headphones. Does Sasha like anime?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are like in a community and this girl's cool. And basically this girl, am I assessing this right? Was like in an abusive relationship. She's got some weird boundaries. And then she got kind of weird. She's a little sensitive. And your girlfriend was like, I don't really want to deal with this. And then she kept reaching out and you guys were like, we're just going to kind of walk away from this. And now the gift is in the trunk of your car.
Yeah.
Can you, Brad, go get the gift?
Right
Will
now,
you go get it for me? Yeah,
I'm not
right
going to
now.
open it. It's all wrapped up. Like it's in a bag with wrapping.
Sasha's going to open it.
Sasha.
Today's the day because here's why. You guys have been living together for a while. Maybe you could use some stuff. I see you got a lot of equipment there. Who knows if it's like that gold tip cable you've been looking for. I'm going to ask you to open it, Sasha. Brad, will
Okay,
you
she
please go get it
wants-
from your car?
Okay, I'm going to go get the gift apparently, and you're going to open
Thank you,
it.
Brad. Thank you, sweet boy.
Put me on with Sasha. Iliza, we cannot force.
Emily,
We
shut
cannot
the fuck
force
up.
you. We cannot force you. Sasha, genuinely, if you do not want to open it and you are uncomfortable, we will cut this.
I've kind of been curious about what it was for 4 months.
Thank you, Emily. This
But
is a show.
but I'm still gonna give it back to her because she said to give it back to her if you don't want it. So
Great.
Listen,
So,
wait.
but-
We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Okay.
And Emily, I'm sorry.
Okay, but
they're in
Iliza-
another country. No.
There was a power imbalance here.
No, there's not because we do not subscribe to the same laws. I'm just putting in a request as the most famous person in this chat.
That's
I actually couldn't hear what the
that's
request
the imbalance.
was. So legally speaking, nothing happened.
There you go. Sasha, I want you to open the gift.
Mhm.
I think what we have here is, let's get back to the fact that there's a reason you guys met. You met and you were like, I don't want to be friends. Oh, turns out I don't want to be friends either. Right?
Mhm.
Like you decided you did not want to be friends.
Yeah.
And so at best, you can't let her back in your life because then it's just like, cool. And we're both just like friends with my boyfriend. This person is like a non-entity.
This is Javi, by the way.
Oh my God. Yeah. What if something good's in there? What if it's a really good candle? Okay, Iliza, do you want to, I'm letting it happen if Sasha's okay.
Sasha, can I ask you a question? Did you say you didn't want to be friends and then she was like, me neither? Or did she say it first?
She said that she's okay, like for us to continue to be friends, but she's not gonna share like private information, anything personal. And to me, it's kind of like, okay, so like basically we're just
Like muted?
hey, how are you doing? Happy birthday every year.
Which is what you'll be. Yeah.
And I just said to her, like, I don't do that. Like, it's either one way or the highway. It makes no sense to me. Why would I constantly walk on eggshells around you?
That's exactly right. Open that gift.
I'm opening the gift.
That's exactly right.
Candy,
Oh, is it tied at the
candy
top?
cane.
A
Yes.
Well,
Candy cane.
I love candy canes.
Wrapping.
Oh, what
It's
about when
beautiful
it's like a
wrapping. Are you
brown
going to
one?
save it? Are you going to save the wrapping? Brown candy.
There's a teddy bear.
Okay.
Huh.
Promotional teddy bear
Okay.
from Shoppers.
Yeah, but it's so heavy. There's a candle or something in there.
What is that?
Do you want to know what gift that Brad got?
Oh, yeah. What did
How many
Brad
t-shirts
get?
did you get? 6 t-shirts from anime.
6 t-shirts. Oh, 6
Yeah,
anime
I'm kinda
t-shirts.
jealous.
Okay. Yeah. Can you share the shirts?
He's wearing one of them.
Wait, can this be an unboxing?
Oh.
Can we angle it?
Yes. So there's,
It's
Oh, that's
wrapped
nice
nicely.
paper.
Yeah.
do I just rip it? Do you want me to rip it?
Yeah,
Rip
yeah.
it.
Rip it. Unless you like to keep wrapping paper.
Ooh, ASMR.
Oh, you didn't tap your nails. Now we're not going
I
to
don't have any.
Tap your stubs.
It's a book.
What is that? What kind of book?
Oh.
The book, Two Readers, A World of Mystery, Medicine, Desire.
Is it like a romantasy?
It's called J.
Mm.
Abrams, Doug Dorse.
But like what kind of book?
It's just it's like a fantasy book.
Yeah.
It's a J.J. Abrams like fantasy book.
J.J. Abrams, like he wrote a fantasy book?
I guess. Yeah.
And there's a Christmas card, which I don't think I'll
Wow.
open it.
You have to open the card because the card might say, I'm really sorry.
No, she doesn't have to.
She already texted me
You
she
don't
was
have
sorry
to.
and I didn't respond.
Oh.
Yeah. The book is just called S.
Yeah.
It's
Is that what-
it's an interactive novel.
Oh, so you've
she
read that
Googled
before,
it.
I guess.
No, I just looked it up. So the book didn't seem to have any specific
No.
meaning to you,
No,
right?
absolutely
Okay.
not. The teddy bear neither. So, and I,
Right. It's all kind
and
of
I don't
generic.
like candy canes.
Here's what I think.
Does Brad like them?
Do you like candy canes?
Then you can give it all back to her.
All right, I'm ready to
Put it back in.
No,
Do
don't
I
give it
wrap
back.
it? Do I wrap
Yeah.
it back?
No, because you had to give it back to her to know what it was. Just put it back in the bag. Keep the candy cane. Give her the bear back. I mean, that's even weird too. But Brad is probably going to see her at some point. I think she really hurt your feelings. And I think you, like you said, I think the thing we have to key in on is you were like, I'm an open person, heart on my sleeve. And she rejected you and then put up weird barriers that really didn't need to be there because you really didn't do anything wrong. So basically, she hurt you. And you're like, I'm a good friend and I'm a cool girl. And you've made this weird. And now what she needed to do was say, hey, I think I overreacted. I shouldn't have been so sensitive about it. I'd love to start over. But instead, she just gave you a gift. So give it back, don't give it back. It really doesn't matter. It's a little weird to give it back this late. It's also weird to give you
Well,
a
they
gift.
don't really see each other. Yeah, because they're both busy in their careers. So he's just
You
said,
can
yeah.
give it back and get it off your conscience. 'Cause
Well, how
it's
are you
all
gonna
in
give
a
it
ba- Put
back?
it all back in the bag.
Oh,
How
for
are you gonna give
him.
it back? You're going to drive to her house.
If
No,
right,
he is-
no,
that's what
Brad has lunch with her.
That's what I meant. Okay, hold on a second. Brad's going to see her. I mean, just know that if you give that back, that is sending a definitive message. It is no longer passive aggressive. It is aggressive. And you were like, here it is back, nail in the coffin.
Well, she did say if you don't want it, you can give it back. So
Everybody says that. They're just like a polite thing to say.
Well,
I would not give it back. I would just be done quietly and not give it back. It's just too weird.
yeah.
The only reason to try with this girl is because your boyfriend seems to really enjoy her as a person and you guys seem to be in a group with a shared interest. But I think she really hurt your feelings.
She did. She is he said, she is one of those people. She's very loyal. She's very loyal. She's very fun to hang out with when you don't have issues with her.
Do a lot of people have issues with her?
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of female friends.
Is she there's a lot of drama? Doesn't have a lot of girlfriends, right?
Yeah.
This was her trying, but you're not the one to try with. So there's always the version where you give her a second chance and you put her on notice. But if you don't have the capacity for that and you don't want to do it for the sake of the hang of the group, but I wouldn't even give the gift back, quite frankly. It's just not worth your time.
Fair. Well, do I throw it? I don't want it though.
Give it to someone.
Put it in a little free library.
That's true.
It's really easy
Find
to get
one.
rid of stuff. Put it on your porch.
Yeah.
You're in Canada.
Donate it to the Goodwill.
Yeah.
Give the Toys for Tots. Yeah. But this was kind of a perfect one to do for our inaugural's first, right? Inaugural be our guest because you had props. I knew when I saw those headphones, you'd know how to use a mic.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And thank you for being a listener and for submitting to a brand new segment
Yeah,
because
thank you
Emily's
for
so
having us.
hell-bent on protecting you right now. I have a question. Do you think that we helped you or at least supported you?
Yes, because you kind of confirmed the things that I wanted to do.
yes.
Yeah. And you said she doesn't have a lot of girlfriends. She doesn't know how to be friends with girls. And you know what doesn't work is putting up random gerrymandered boundaries and making a girl apologize like she did with you for a thing you did in the past. You don't owe her anything. She's too precious. We're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take back your bear.
Is that going to be the title of the episode? Take back your bear.
Take Back Your Bear is not a bad title.
Where in Canada do you live?
Vancouver.
All right. Well, I'll see you in Vancouver.
I actually
Yes.
saw you a couple of times.
Not actually. You absolutely.
You did, of
Oh,
course, as a wonderful listener.
I love it. Well,
yeah.
next time bring Brad and I'm going to do a lot of crowd work with him because I could see how much he enjoyed it. Sasha M, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sasha.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you in Vancouver next time. That was so much fun. Our first Be Our Guest was Sasha. I was really digging. I really thought there was a little bit more meat on that bone, but both of them were so normal. He was like, yeah, she's just a nice hang. And weirdly, the way Brad described it, I was like, that is how you want your boyfriend to view a platonic friendship. I was just like, there's nothing there. I'm going to leave this guy alone. But I love that. And we got to have all the context. And in the end, we viciously turned on a stranger. And that is what this show is really all about, us being on your side. So please, if you would like to be considered for being our guest on our next Be Our Guest segment. Emily, how do they write in?
Patreon. Got to be on Patreon. We have a Be Our Guest thread now. You don't have to be a paid member. You can join for free and you just drop it in the thread there.
I think I'm going to, please remind me to put my Patreon on our Instagram because I think I'd like more people to be contributing their coffees because my heart lights up when I see all the fun coffees. All right, folks.
I know. Okay.
That was
Top of the Cob.
Top of the Cob.
It's the top of the cob. We're doing it right every day. You just take a bite. Top of the cob.
It's the Top of the Cob, starting with bottom.
Ready.
And we have one, Iliza, that I'm going to read just because you can relate to it so much.
Okay.
Catching a stomach virus the morning before having to fly from Alaska to Atlanta.
Yes.
My bones are ice cold. This is the same listener that had the bottom in January about getting the flu and having to cancel a ski trip. Then my dog's getting a GI bug. Why can't I just treat myself without consequence? That is exactly what you're talking about at the top of the show. Like when you are, I mean, kind of the reverse, but like something in your mental state gives you disease as a punishment.
I saw that one in the Patreon and I wrote back and I was like, that was me last week. The ice cold bone thing is such a weird side effect. All right, your bottom.
Yeah. My bottom is there's a loose dog in my neighborhood I can't catch, but everyone in the neighborhood thinks I'm going to catch him. So they're all texting me whenever they see him. And then I go outside and this dog like runs away. I've bought leashes. I'm ready. I got some dog food and some treats. Like I'm going to catch him, but I'm getting a lot of pressure and I'm getting texts. Just saw him run by your house. Just saw him. And I'm like, I'm in bed. I'm in my like, does anyone else want to try to grab him? And
No, it's got to be because you're the
pressure.
animal person.
You could have
a dog
now.
One step closer to normalcy. Get you a dog.
I know.
That's so weird that they're texting you. I just saw him run by. You're like, well, then he's gone. Thanks so much.
Well, he's just up and down this street, basically.
He's in orbit. He's in the area.
Yeah. He's in the area. So it feels like my responsibility and I am stressed.
My bottom of the cob, my bottom is being full off of like not great food.
Oh,
like
terrible.
Even if it's like good quality ingredients, like a dinner that like wasn't that satisfying and you're like, well, I guess I'm full now because I'm not going to get pleasure out of eating something later. I'm not really hungry. Just like it happened at dinner. Like I had some shrimp and I was like, this isn't that great. And then I had some soup that was really salty and like everything that I ate was like kind of bad. And you keep taking bites of mediocre things until you're full and you're like, no, I'm just sad. And that was probably more calories than I needed. Just being full but unsatisfied.
Yeah.
Sated but not satisfied.
I know all the like corollary to that is spending money on takeout that's bad.
Oh, or like items are missing and there's like no way to tell anyone. Yeah, bad takeout.
It's always a drink that's missing. And I'm like, I actually feel like the drink was the most important part of this meal. Why couldn't the drink be here?
It's the worst.
Okay, so top of the cob, a listener top is getting gifted a NASA pin before the Artemis 2 launch by one of the crew members.
Oh, wow.
Going into Dallas came with a little card to signify the launch. Like that's
cool.
So cool. I just,
My friend Lauren was like, where are we going to the moon? Like, what's left? I was like, there's got to be a reason. I'm like,
I think we haven't seen the other side. Like, that's what I saw people posting. They're the first people to see the other side. I'm like,
You could ask me. There's nothing there. It's going to look just like the regular side. So, okay.
It could have been a secret. Let's see. My top will be, I got some pretty purple flowers coming in on my lawn. And it's a good feeling. They're coming back. You know, I had all this yard work done last year.
Yeah. That's a good feeling.
Got some little purple guys coming in for the summer. So hopefully I can keep everything alive.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm going to give a shout out to a hair care product.
Oh.
Yeah. I was getting my hair. The woman who was doing my hair, shout out to Claris, who was an Rubenstein. And she used this line and it's ROZ, but there is like a line over the Z. So it's like Rose, ROZ.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like all natural. I don't know how that's possible, but I just love the way it makes my hair feel. It's just a shout out. They sent me a ton of stuff and I was just like, yeah, right, whatever. I did my hair the other day and my hair they have like a thickener. They've got like a volume booster and it just feels good. I like the hair milk. I just like the products. And for me to notice that my hair feels better is a big deal. So that's just it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good top.
ROZ. Yeah. That's
so
my top.
if
It's
this
simple.
is
Like finding a hair product, you're like, actually, my hair does feel not as mediocre. Thank you. If you're hearing this now, just know that you can come see me in St. Louis at the Brilliance Ballroom at Ameristar Casino Resort and Spa on April 23rd. Very excited to be returning to St. Louis. It's actually just outside of St. Louis, but it's going to be awesome. So come on down. I'm not going to be on tour for a very long time. I am taking a break so that I don't snap, and I will be back in 2027. So get it in while you can. We only have a couple dates. I even canceled some. So if you had tickets to those, just know it wasn't personal, and we'll get them rescheduled.